Okay, so I guess this is take two. Tried recording this in photo booth and then uploading it. It didn't work out so well for whatever reason. Uh, However, it is Friday, April 8th, 2011, and I am recording this because my friend Heidi requested that um, I record some video and say a few things and answer a few questions and whatnot because she's never heard my voice. So I decided I'd go with it, and I may make vlogs more often, just for the hell of it, I guess. Um, in any case, uh, so the questions she asked me were my favorite things about each Radiohead member, my favorite Radiohead songs currently, and she pronounced some words, I guess, to see how I say things. I think I say things relatively normally, but I guess everybody thinks that about themselves. Uh, um, hmm. Okay, so currently my favorite Radiohead songs are Life in a Glass House and Motion Picture Soundtrack and Pyramid Song, which is like an all-time favorite, but I generally bounce around and will like one song one week or a couple songs one week and then change around and like different songs, the next week. And uh, before it took me a while to think about it because I haven't actually been listening to Radiohead that much this week since I got Uncle's science fiction album. I've been listening to it like almost constantly because it's really good. Um, which is something unusual. Like normally all I listen to is Radiohead. But in any case, yeah. Um, my favorite things about each Radiohead member are I'll start with Tom. Uh, Probably my favorite thing about him is his like creative energy that's just like infused in everything he does. Like it's like it's almost like he can't control it, Like that isn't a good uh, way to state it, but it's like he like it just kind of happens. Like he has no choice but to do the things he does and to draw and to come up with ideas with Stanley and to come up with lyrics, and it's just like it just happens. And I like that because I mean it's something I do sometimes. I feel some sort of kinship with him, on that. I guess. I mean, it's possible he doesn't actually do that, but based on what I do know of him, like interviews I've read, quotes, etc., etc., I'm pretty sure he's like that too. And I mean, all of the best creatives are like that. It's just kind of something you do, like you don't really have control over it, and it just happens. And I find it really kind of beautiful and disturbing at the same time when that happens for people. Uh, and then the second one would be Johnny, uh, because Tom and Johnny were the first two members I knew, which I remember back when I didn't even know any of the other members. Like, I didn't know their names. I didn't know what they looked like. I just like, oh, look, there are those people with Johnny and Tom in Radiohead. Cool. Uh, Looking back on that now, it's kind of weird to think about, but Johnny, I mean, like, all of them are geniuses in their own way. They're incredibly talented and creative and interesting and intelligent, all in different ways. And, you know, I mean, of course, Johnny's kind of like the boy prodigy in the group, but, you know, I guess that's something I really like about him and probably always will, um, is just how creative he is, how uh, he's just Johnny. I don't know. Like, it's hard to really talk about, I guess. Right now, my favorite thing about Colin is his beard. Um, some people have heard about this. Uh, I have discovered beards and their wonderfulness. Also, graying hair is strangely sexy. Okay. Um, don't know how that happened. I'm just going to blame Trisha, Steve Mackey, and a few other people. In any case, and then Ed, I find him, right now my favorite thing about him is how easy it is to draw him into funny comics with pedals, which is, I figure I can talk about it now. The mysterious project that I've been mentioning on Tumblr lately is tomorrow me and David are releasing our Radiohead gear blog onto the world. And you'll be able to look at pages for each individual member with all of their gear, including like guitars, bass guitars, etc., acoustics, pedals, what amps they use, and miscellaneous stuff, with links to information on almost everything, or pictures of almost everything, and pictures with them with those various instruments and whatnot. And that was bothering me. And we'll be posting, images, interviews, quotes, video talking about their gear, identifying different gear in pictures with them, and etc. According to David, who knows a lot more about this than I do, I really can only contribute the tiny amount of information I have from what I know about bass and from the small amount of research I did on Colin and his basses and whatnot. I lost what I was talking about. We, according to David, we kind of have like the most thorough and complete list of Radiohead's gear to date, that can be found on the internet, because some of it's really hard to find. I mean, we've even gotten to the point where we've been looking at pictures and we see Ed with his numerous pedals, and David looks at it, he's just like, wait, that's a pedal that's not on the list, and I've never seen him with before. Where did he get that? And then we add it, of course. And it's something that we're going to try and keep up to date, and, we're probably going to do like one post a day during the week, and then a bunch during weekends, and maybe we'll do some videos and stuff. There'll probably be a lot more active once new pictures, maybe a webcast, concerts happen, and videos, interviews, etc. come pouring in from the King of Limbs and all of that. So yeah, it'll be on my blog tomorrow, and yeah, I guess you can see it then. The only person who's not really present is Phil, because he uses all the same gear all the time, sadly, but we'll try and keep him in as much as possible. Speaking of Phil, I don't really have any favorite things about Phil. I don't really pay too much attention to him, probably because I'm not really that attracted to him, and I feel bad because, well, I'm sure everybody who follows my Tumblr has heard about how bad I feel about my aversion of Phil and his baldness, but yeah, I don't know, I guess that's that. I mean, Phil's great. As I said, they're all intelligent and talented in their own way, and he's an important part of the band. I just don't feel any particular like or dislike for him. Just kind of like, oh, Phil's really awesome. He plays drums. He's part of Radiohead. He's completely necessary for this band that I love. That's about it. But in any case, I'll get on to pronouncing those words for Heidi. There's a bit of a long list here. Anyhow, aunt, roof, root, wash, oil, theater, iron, salmon, caramel, fire, water, sure, data, ruin, crayon, toilet, New Orleans, pecan, both, again, probably, spitting image, Alabama, lawyer, coupon, mayonnaise, syrup, pajamas, caught, orange, coffee, direction, naturally, aluminium? It says it's kind of spelled funny, but I think it's spelled the British way. Also herbs. And yeah, I guess that was just about however I talked. I think I already mentioned Long Island accents in my absence of one. People, when I initially came upstate, were surprised that I didn't have a Long Island accent, which I'm from Eastern Long Island, so I guess I never really picked it up. Uh, I feel like that's more of a Western Long Island, Brooklyn thing. Like, I know somebody from really, really far Western Long Island, and he has a little bit of an accent. Um, but, like, yeah, I don't know. I never really picked up the accent. I think I say water funny. People have made fun of me for that, but other than that, I'm not sure if I say anything particularly strange. Uh, Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But in any case, now that I've reached 11 minutes, I figure I'm done recording. And I guess everybody have a good night. Hope to talk to you soon. If I can turn this off. Good night. Goodbye. I'm just saying, okay, now I'm going to go now.